right, it's another edition of the Call Up Podcast, and this is the Figlife edition of the Call Up Podcast, where we sit down with collectors just like me and you. We get to know them a little bit more. We wonder why they do this thing that we love so much called collecting in this crazy hobby world. Today, we're going to learn a little bit about the history of Wrestling is Everything. Now, this is a group that I found on Facebook, and started to see that like the growth that they had. They've always showed the Call Up Podcast love. You can catch them every single weekend at the Wrestling Universe in like a full capacity. They're like the wolf pack of the Wrestling Universe in my eyes, because you never see just one member. You see about 10, 15 members, and this is not even exaggerating the number, because these guys come out every single weekend and meet every single superstar that's there, no matter who it is. They're there from the beginning all the way into the end. And I am joined by one of the founding members of Wrestling is Everything. Mike, what is going on, brother?
Oh, man, nothing much, man. Just, happy it's Friday, man. It's finally Friday. I'm off of work. Gonna have a relaxing weekend. And, man, I just look forward, to doing this podcast. I just want to let you know, thank you for having me on. And, this is, definitely great moves for the group and also for your podcast as well.
Yeah, definitely. Because, one of the things I definitely want to get you guys on, because, one, you guys always showed, my show so much love, and like leaving reviews and stuff like we talked about before. But just like the way you guys interact with people on, at the Wrestling Universe, when they do these meet and greets is so great, because, if it's somebody that's new, because I normally go by myself, you guys always interact with everyone. If somebody's just has like a question, or due to like now with COVID, everybody had to be like 6 feet apart. Like, you made it easier for the staff of the Wrestling Universe to hold these things together, because you guys are like a team. You guys, are a family in a sense where, you let everybody know, like, okay, everybody stands 6 feet apart. Let's make this happen. And then one of the things that I love is that you guys give out wristbands to like all the members that are there. So you kind of you induct them into your family in a way. And I've seen like the smiles on a lot of the the talent's faces that come to the Wrestling Universe, and they wear the band all day long throughout the session, and then they show it off online, which is great. So I said, you know what, I have to get you guys in here. I need to know like how you guys got started, and like what is there more to come. So first of all, how did you guys get started with this?
So basically, if my memory serves me correctly, I remember there's a couple of people that that I knew. Like for instance, Alex, I knew him. I met him at a signing for. It wasn't a signing. It was like this little convention a few years back where Asuka and Bray Wyatt was there. It was in at the Resorts World Casino.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with one of our other key people, Danny. We've all, met at different times and stuff like that, but, we've all came together as one to build up this super group. And how we got started was, we all like wrestling, we all like different types of wrestling. We don't discriminate when it comes to wrestling. And we just decided, let's make a wrestling group. We see other wrestling groups that are on Facebook, and we just kind of like wanted to do, like our own thing, and we just started from there. To be honest with you, I initially didn't think we'd get, have this many members. Like at first it was just like a group that, was just like for us to, just be like, just to talk about wrestling, and just to have the group in general. But then, I was discussing it with some of our key people like Chastity or Alex, as I mentioned before, Danny, Taboo, Josh, Jonathan, Robert, you know what I'm saying? But, I told them, that basically, like we should all, get together, try to make this group bigger than what it is. Let's make us famous. Let's, promote a, friendly environment, also promote, like place you can, talk about anything that's related to wrestling. I know that there's some wrestling groups. I'm not going to say any groups names, but, there are groups that out there that don't, let people have, freedom of expression. And that's what we want to do. We want everybody to be able to express something freely, even if it's something that's not wrestling related and stuff like that. As long as of course you also have to be respectful to everybody's culture, race, and other things that that you should know already to be respectful about. But we started a group on May 19th of I'm sorry, May 20th of 2019. That's when we got started. Originally, Josh, one of our key people, he was one of the ones that created the group. He actually thought of the name. We actually had a completely different logo than what you currently see with the Wrestling is Everything logo.
Okay.
And then between me, Alex, and Danny, we actually came up with a different logo because I'm a fan from back in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember the whole wars with the DX and the NWO. And what I remember about the NWO is that they were like a gang, of family. There's always so many of them. And we kind of we got the inspiration to kind of replicate, kind of like the same thing, only, in more of a loving type of way. We ain't beating nobody up, but, but yeah, we just created the group. It's a, group for everybody that, that wants to talk about wrestling, whatever wrestling it is, and the E doesn't also stand for everything. It stands for everyone, because everyone is definitely welcome to join.
And you know what? That's great to hear, because it's so true, because there's so many different members that I've met throughout the time here, with you guys, that it's diverse in so many different ways, what I mean? And you guys just show love to everyone. And it was funny because like I said in the beginning, like I seen you guys at first, in Queens, and then you kind of you guys have grown. I mean, on Facebook alone, you guys are at like 7,000 members. A lot of people interact. You don't really see that too much in a lot of Facebook groups. But this particular group, every single time I come on there, there's always new, people posting different things, or posting where they're going to go for like events. You guys had people at WrestleMania, that were there. And then like on Facebook alone, it's the same thing. You guys are growing in numbers. You guys are at what, over 600 members on Facebook, and people are following you, and they love the content that you guys are creating. You even got a lot of the superstars that are showing off their, the bands that they guys get from you guys, and they love it. So, what else, did you envision that it would get this big, or did you just think okay, maybe we'll just get a couple of hundred people?
Well, I mean, I knew it would get a little bit big because, as I told, some of our other key members that, that, we want to become, we want to be, this big group that everybody's talking about, and we want to be talked about in a positive light. And, did I initially think that we were going to get this big? Probably not. So it, we definitely exceeded, our own expectations and stuff. Because at one point we were at maybe about 200 members, 100 members. And then, we get, requests we get about 100 requests a day. So, right now, as we're currently talking, we're at 7.4 thousand members. And, that's a great thing, because, it just shows you that, when you have a positive, when you have a positive attitude, people tend to, they love that, because, you gotta look at the times we're in right now. The last thing that we need is any, negativity right now. We trying to provide, positive movements, through the end of this light of, the coronavirus. And, we just want to, definitely spread love. You know what I'm saying? We want to get love, so we got to show love. So that's just how we give it up.
So in the beginning, was it a little nerve-wracking to give some of the talent, like a t-shirt or a band? Because you guys, looking at the photos here, you had, Tessa Blanchard, Enzo Amore, Heath Slater, Mark Merrow, who else here? I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, I could name so many more people here, but we'll be here all day. What is the reception from the talent when you give this stuff to them? Do you guys give a background story to why you're giving this to them, or you kind of just say like, hey, we have a group, we want to give you this?
Well, yes. So, of course, like it all goes hand in hand with, expanding the group, because, we always try to use, all opportunities to try to, expand the group. You know what I'm saying? One person tells another person that tells another person that tells another person. So, at first we didn't really give out wristbands at first because we didn't think of the idea, but there's this convention that a lot of people know about in the tri-state area. It's called the Big Event.
Mm-hmm.
And last March of 2020, the last big event of the one of the big event before the real big pandemic really came into effect and everything started shutting down. So we just thought well, we should go up to somebody somebody that's cool that that'll probably give us that love and stuff like that. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous because I was like, oh, they're probably not going to want to wear the wristbands and stuff. But I just said, you know what? I just took a leap of faith, and I just started going. We just started going up to people and just started asking them. And at that big event, they started we started off with I believe with Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu, he now while he didn't have a wristband because we didn't think of that at the time, he did promote the group heavily. He pretty much put us over. We had Enzo Amore. Lita, they put us over. And, the question that, we would get asked is that, what is this wrestling is everything? What is it? What exactly is it? And, what is it for? And we, again, just like we tell everybody else, wrestling is everything. It's just like what the name is that we promote everything positive that has to do with wrestling, positive vibes all day, nothing negative.
And that's great because there's so many groups that, you see nowadays, they try to do exactly what you guys are doing, and they either just fall apart. You have a lot of people that go out for themselves, but you guys all stick together, no matter what, And I see that, like I said, I see that a lot when I stand online, a couple of times that I've been to the Wrestling Universe, where you guys make sure hey, if somebody needs to use the bathroom or somebody has to get something from their car, you hold the line for them. And you really don't see that too much because if you're standing online, us as wrestling fans, you already know sometimes when you're standing in line and you forget something and you got to go back and you're by yourself and you're not with a friend, two things is going to happen. Is either the person's going to be really cool next to you and say hey, go get what you need to get, I'll hold your spot, or they'll just be listen, man, you're on your own. And it all depends on the person too, But you guys, no matter who it is, it's just hey, if you need to go to a freaking Subway down the street and get a sandwich or a water, go get it, come back. We have your spot here. So, and then what is the reception through the staff at the Wrestling Universe? What do they think about this?
Well, I mean, we've, long before we started doing the whole, wrestling is everything group, we would go to the Wrestling Universe to go, meet some of our favorite wrestlers from past, present, and they love it because, at the end of the day, you gotta, what I'm saying? They help us out, what I'm saying? And the way that they help us out is, when they, sometimes we'll ask if we could get a group pick, and I'm pretty sure you've seen the group pick with all of us taking them together and stuff like that.
I love that.
Oh yes. I love it every time I go to a signing. But yeah, they we try to just remind people of certain things, if just like you said, if somebody has a a question about something, we always ask because what I'm saying, it doesn't at the end of the day, it doesn't hurt to be nice. What I'm saying, it doesn't hurt anybody, it doesn't cost anybody anything to be nice and to have a positive attitude. We what I'm saying, we love going to the store. So we don't mind helping anybody out, what I'm saying, that needs help with a question or something like that. We try to be as formative as we can because, we show love to the store, and the store definitely shows love to us by wearing our merchandise. They do shout us out when they do have their when Jack shouts us out um, for the virtual signings that he has. You know, at the end of the day, they show love to us, and we're showing love right back.
So who has it from talent wise that Jax has been providing all of us here? Like who are you looking forward to like to join this group? Because I mean, if you look at the list going on for this summer, it's it's a lot of people.
Right.
He has more AEW stars coming. You have Darby Allin showing up. You have Sammy Guevara, and you have all these people coming. So it's like, who do you want to see like wearing your wristband or wearing a T-shirt? And before you answer that, it looks like you got one more member here. He was running a little late, but he is here, and that is Alex. Alex got to turn his camera on though. If you can hear me, I think he's trying to get himself connected there. So while Alex is trying to get himself connected there, I'm going to listen to you, and you can tell me your answer as far as like who do you want to see next.
Now, when you say that, are you referring to people that already been confirmed that's there, or just
people that's been confirmed, and then we can go into like your wish list of people that you want to see come on to the wrestling universe itself.
I would say and Alex is gonna know who I'm gonna say who I'm looking forward to most. Hey, what's going on, man? Glad to see that you're here. So for me, I would say Bret Hart. If you notice that, my Wrestling is Everything T-shirt is my Wrestling is Everything is T-shirt is definitely inspired by Bret Hart.
Mm-hmm.
When I grew up watching wrestling, I grew up watching the Pink and Black Attack, Bret the Hitman Hart. I grew up on him, you know what I'm saying? And of course, I've never turned my back on him and stuff like that, up until the day that he retired and stuff like that. So I definitely want to give a wristband to Bret Hart. I feel like it would mean a lot to me and stuff like that. Especially if he followed us on Instagram. Which you can also follow us on Instagram at wrestling.is.everything.
Oh man, that's great. So now we heard your story, right? Alex is here finally. Alex is going to. I've actually seen you a couple of times. I haven't interacted with you at the Wrestling Universe, but I have seen you a couple of times. So we got a little backstory of what Wrestling is Everything. But we want to get a little bit more information from you as far as like what does a group mean to you?
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you completely fine.
Let me close the door. It's not working actually. Wait for
Yikes.
All right. What it means to me, it means everything to me, man. Like I was telling one of our buddies that like this is something I wanted since I was like it's not small, but like in between. Just to have a family, man, because that's what we are. We're a family that loves wrestling, and everything is wrestling. Like we love wrestling, everything wrestling, no matter what it is. We just love it. And now, especially now, we got our shirts, we got the hats, wristbands. So people loving it, man. So it's like, oh, I love that they loving us and they love supporting us and stuff like that. So we appreciate everybody.
And how did you get involved with the group?
All right, so in the beginning, no, so Josh, I know I'm probably missed a couple of things. Josh started the group. This is kind of named Josh. Josh started the group, and in the beginning, though, it was just fun for us. We just go to events, you can meet the wrestlers and talk to them and go to shows, stuff like that. So it was just fun to us. So that's what happened with that.
Oh man, that's great. And so do you get to go like every weekend? Because I know there's certain members that they're there like faithfully every Saturday and Sunday so far. That Jack's been like knocking these out.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Jack. Shout out to Jack, man. And y'all want to meet wrestlers? Anybody want to meet favorite, past, whatever wrestlers? Wrestling
Go
Universe
to
store.
Wrestling Universe.
Also, Comac. You got Stone Comac.
Oh, and also Long Beach. Don't forget about Long Beach.
Yeah. Shout out to Jack, man. Shout out to Jack.
That's a busy guy, man.
Yeah, he is.
I don't go to all the events. I go to some because I work on Saturdays, so I don't get to go to all of them. So, but if it's somebody I really want, then I'll make it out for it.
who's one talent so far that you were surprised that they like wore a T-shirt or they were like had the wrestband on like at the time that you went to go see them?
Oh wow, that's hard, man. 'Cause, we got a couple people that got rich.
Yeah, I know, right?
Sure, that's hard. Oh man, ooh, Hitman, you know my memory.
Yeah, I know.
Um, damn.
You know who we got to say, right?
Oh,
There's two people I could think of.
oh, you got.
One that always shows us love. Two that always shows us love. Jacob
Oh,
Fatu and Enzo More.
Enzo Murray, yes. I was just about to
Yeah.
say yes. Because actually, I don't know. I know people know this. Enzo was the first. He's the first ever person to ever rock a shirt, wristband.
Nice.
Yeah.
Enzo
He sure was.
So one of our partners, name is Taboo, man. He went out to one of the conventions, I think last month. I forgot the name of the convention, man. Enzo saw him with the girl and said, "Yo, where the rest of your partners at, man? Yo," he just shows us mad love every time we see us. So like, yo, we should brought them over and came with you. So I think we went to Maria that day.
Mm-hmm. You know, and that's great when you get the talent, like even though like they see you from afar and they recognize you and they say like, oh hey, where's the rest of your group? And that's how you know that you guys are like that, that big when you have talent like that. It's like, wait a minute, I know there's more than one.
Yeah.
Like you guys, like I said in the beginning, before you got here, like you guys roll like 10 deep. You guys literally, if I needed to pick up a basketball team, I can go down to the wrestling universe, take 10 of you guys, take them down to the court down across the street, and we can play a full court basketball game and come back and freaking meet some more talent.
Yeah, that's what we about, man. We just want to show everybody love. Like, if you love wrestling, man, join wrestling is everything, man. So we don't discriminate for nobody. We love everybody. All love.
Yeah.
No drama. No drama.
Yeah, definitely. And respect everybody's culture, race, and everything else that you got to respect.
I mean, and that's great. That's great. Especially we need that in a time now that we're living in where there's like so much negativity in the world, and we're trying to deal. We're trying to get away from the whole COVID era. Things are opening back up now. People are starting to remove their masks, and you need that like that bond where you can like somebody can feel confident enough to be safe and come and enjoy something, especially somebody who's new, like say like me, who first started going there and didn't know anybody, and I've gotten to know a handful of members, that roll with you guys, and they've showed me so much love, throughout the months that I've been going, and and I interact with a lot of them now. Like Henny Wrestling is somebody that I speak to. Yeah, I speak to him. I speak to him on a daily basis. We do little review shows here and there, which that's gonna come soon, and and I told him, I was like, make sure you wear that hoodie because I definitely want you guys to be represented, as much as possible, because you guys, like I said in the beginning to Mike, you guys always showed me love, and like you guys don't even know me. I'm just a guy that comes on your page and posts my episodes every week.
That's cool, man. Cool, man.
And you guys don't delete it, which is great.
No,
so I'm just like,
man, we don't do that, man. That's we don't do that. But not for nothing, just to piggyback on what you're saying, man, about being at a signing, man, and just being like, not knowing anybody. I could definitely relate because I've had signings and the other things that I wanted to go to with other friends, and we'd talk about it, we'd talk, and then like when it comes time to to get ready to go, it's like, oh, I don't have the money for it, oh, there's that and third, and eventually I just started going to the stuff by myself, and I just started meeting people, and you meet so many great wrestling fans and stuff like that are really cool and stuff like that. There are a lot of I honestly think wrestling fans are the best fans in the world. But yeah, man, that's what we wanted to create the group for too, is because we want, what I'm saying, we don't want you to just be in line and stuff like that and be feeling like, you don't know anybody and feel awkward. We want you to come, what I'm saying, you see wrestling is everything. You come say what up to us and stuff like that. Or if you don't say what up to us, we might say what up to you. You know what I'm saying? Because, we want everybody to feel like, we want everybody to feel that in wrestling, which is, for everyone, and we just got to keep showing that love like we do all the time.
Yo, we got love in Cali too, by the way. I gotta tell you that, man.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Look, you guys are spreading everywhere, which is great. You know, so is there anybody who hasn't come to the wrestling universe that you're like hoping they will come this summer?
Well, we got a couple people coming. I think
I
Chelsea.
have somebody that I haven't seen. I know you said Chelsea Green. She's coming this summer.
Uh-huh. Who else? We got Razor. We got Scott Hall coming.
Mm-hmm. You got Brett coming
next week.
We got Brett. Who else? Mickey James.
Really,
Mickey
yes.
James.
Mickey James.
I can't wait for that one. I can't wait.
I don't think.
I'm hoping that they can get Andrade to come because I've never gotten to meet him.
Hopefully.
And he's been making the rounds a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what? Me and Alex was talking about that. You know, we was like, well, you know, it's unfortunate that he got released. You know what I'm saying? And you know, again, we wish him well, but you know, if he can pass over to the wrestling universe, you know what I'm saying, and meet us, we'd love to, you know, give him a wristband and maybe even a T-shirt down the line.
Especially with the new releases. We talked about that the other day. The Braun Strowmans, the Murphys.
You know what? And that's a good question that I want to bring up. So like, we know, like we say with people like, you know, like companies like WWE, where, you know, the way they handle their meet and greets is a little bit different. You know, it's very private. They don't really do things, you know, like to like smaller stores or whatever, even though Jack's not a small store. I mean, he has 3, but like sometimes they're very selective of where they go. So when you have these releases, are you guys like excited for it? Because you're like, wait, okay, now they're hitting the independents and they can hit these conventions. They can hit like places like the wrestling universe.
Well, my thought about that is that we, you know what I'm saying, we definitely are not excited about anybody losing their job. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they're, you know what I'm saying, WWE is like, you know, you're going to make a lot of money with WWE. But at the same time, you know, we definitely, you know, wish, you know, anybody that's released well. At the same time, you know what I'm saying, in a way we do get somewhat excited that, you know, of their releases, because then that means that we have the ability to, you know, interact with them or see, like, if you ever been to a WWE signing, it's very like micromanaged and it's very forced and rushed. At Jax, at the Wrestling Universe, it's never usually like that. Never.
Yeah, I've been to a couple of WWE signings where like they'll have their talent there, and then they'll have like a representative, and the first thing you meet is a representative from WWE, and they tell you like, okay, listen, you got to do this, 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 and this, and you're like, but damn, all I want to do is just give a figure or give a picture or even take a picture, you know, at this point. And then it has like so many rules. I went to Access. Somebody told me I went to go meet Tony Storm, right? And I guess this was the first time doing Access. They go and they say, listen, when you get up there, don't touch the belt, don't touch her. I'm just like, but I'm like, and mind you, this is my first time ever even doing Access or doing anything with like WWE, and I hear that. So like everybody's just going up to her, and like she's standing here, and the talent is, and the person standing like this. So she's kind of wondering like what's going on at this point. So now I go up. I'm like the 4th person up there, and she looks at me because she looks up at me because I'm taller than her, and she goes, "Why are you so far away?" I said, "Well, the guy over there, he said, don't touch you, don't touch the belt." She was like, "Really?" So she gets up really close to me. She gives me the belt. She puts it on my shoulder, and she goes, "Take the picture." The guy didn't know what to do because I'm just like, I looked at the guy looked at me. It looks like, you know, like when your mom tells you don't touch something, and now you kind of like, she gives you that look. Yeah, it was one of those. So I was just like, so I have 2 pictures of it. So it's just like me and her together, and like you can see the first picture that they took is like me looking at the guy, you know. So like with Jax, you know, it's a little bit better because they just give you that free space where like you can talk to them. You can take the picture.
One of the access I went to Roman SummerSlam when they was out here for Brooklyn, man. Roman takes his time. I knock him. He takes his time, talks to you. Like, I had a good conversation with Roman. And at that time, my girlfriend was pregnant at the time, so you know he wished me good luck and congratulations on everything. Hope you have a happy baby and stuff like that. And he talked to my daughter for a little bit, took a selfie with her. So Roman's really chill.
That's great.
Yeah, really chill. He didn't rush nothing. He takes your time. He takes his time on me.
So where do you guys want to see this group go next? Like what's next for you guys?
Wait, I I got some. To the moon.
Cameron Grimes to the moon.
Oh man.
I would say, I mean, of course, we want to continue to grow. We're growing every day. Um, I would say that as far as growth, just you know what, before I even get into that, I just want to say that pretty soon, and hopefully you'll be there when I present it. But I've got, and Alex knows about it, but I've got a personalized WIE belt that I had custom made. So I can't wait for the final make of the belt. So that's one of my own individual projects. But as far as the group as a whole, we want to continue to expand. We want to continue to show love. We want to continue to welcome any and everybody into the group, and just get 10,000, 20,000, 40,000, 100,000. Wrestling is everything. Members and stuff like that. And we want to be going over to the next WrestleMania, and there'll be so many wrestling is everything shirts, and so that way they see us, WWE sees us, and they wonder who we are and stuff like that. So we definitely want to keep spreading the love all over.
Well, I could definitely see that happening. You guys are growing in numbers, by the days, and it's like he said, it's only to the moon from here, man, at this point. But thank you so much for taking the time out to letting me know a little bit more about what you guys have done, and what do you guys want to do in the future. And I can't wait to interact with you guys more, every weekend. Hopefully I see you guys this Saturday coming up. I mean, when this comes out, it'll be Monday. So hopefully I see you guys over the weekend, or if not, I definitely will be at the Mickey James signing to meet up with her. So I'll definitely see both of you guys there.
Definitely, man. We thank you for having us. We really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, definitely. So can you just drop like some information as far as like if people who they don't know too much about the group now, they want to get to know a little bit more, like your socials, where they can interact with you guys at?
They can interact with us, of course, on Facebook by just typing in Wrestling is Everything. Now that we've, kind of beefed up the Facebook page, we definitely want to beef up the Instagram page. So, of course, if you follow us, we'll follow you right back. Follow us on Instagram, wrestling.is.everything. Pretty soon, we probably might even do Twitter too in the future. And, those are our, social media sites for right now.
And for the people watching this, if they wanted to pick up a shirt, where can they pick up a shirt?
So if they're looking to pick up a shirt, if they're looking to come to the store, they can get it. It's $35 for a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
They can either hit me up. They can hit up Alex Best, who's down on the bottom, for a shirt. And any other inquiries about merchandise, feel free to message us. Serious inquiries only.
And I will definitely leave all the information down at the bottom of this video, so you guys can have like a more grasp of where you guys find them, where you can pick up a shirt. And if you see these guys at the Wrestling Universe, say hi, let them know you see them video. Everyone, like I said, everyone is friendly. We're gonna close out with a little bit of shout out, so I'm gonna leave this up to you guys. Shout out away.
Alex, you go first. No, you go first.
I go first. I'd like to make a shout out to everybody in the Wrestling Everything family, man. Josh, Danny, PJ, Taboo, the EST, Chastity. Shout out to Austin Theory. That's my man's right there. Shout out to him. Shout out to my family, my sister, brother. Shout out to Hitman. Shout out to you, Kenny. Thank you for having us on the show. That's pretty much it.
Hitman. For me, I just gotta, Kenny, I definitely gotta shout you out again. Brandon, yes, Brandon, yeah, definitely got to shout out Brandon. Got to shout out, my guys, Taboo, Rico. I got to shout out Danny, Chastity, PJ, Josh. There's probably so much more that I got to shout out, but I just want to shout out to everybody that helped build up the group. Thank you guys. Let's continue to keep building up the group, and thank you so much for your love and support.
All right, guys, give it up one more time for the guys from the Wrestling is Everything. If you want to catch this show, you can catch it on YouTube at The Call Up. You can also catch me on Instagram as well at the same name, The Call Up. I interact with everyone that's there. Check out past episodes that I have on there with Josh Alexander, Heath Slater, Moose, Bill Alfonso, and Amber Nova as well. And you can just catch other. Yeah, you got to check out the episode when it comes out.
That's a funny story behind that.
Oh my God, we'll definitely talk about that off air because I probably would know too. But guys, thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Figlife presented by the Call Up Podcast. Have a good one.